Welcome back to Good Day, everyone. Emily Ingrahm is here with us this morning, and you are on your way to become a professional bodybuilder. Is that the correct title?
That's what I want to be, yes.
My word. So this is definitely not a sport just for the boys.
No, ma'am.
Ladies are in it too. So kind of tell us a little bit about your process. The competition's on Saturday, but for the past few months, you've been working up to this.
Right. Well, we have what do you call an off-season where you gain as much lean muscle mass as you can. And then about 10 weeks out before the competition, you start dieting down and start some cardio, start burning the fat. So the goal is to burn as much fat over your muscle as possible so you can see basically what you look like.
Show off the muscles.
Exactly.
Now, is this kind of bringing your body fat percentage down?
Right. Right. As low, you get your body fat really low, then you start water depleting so you can see as much of the muscle as you can. So when you're on stage, because all the lights and everything, it shows every flaw you have.
Well, my goodness. Now, are we talking, the Arnold Schwarzenegger type muscle competitions here?
Yes, ma'am.
I do one of these, like I know what I'm doing. But each pose, I guess is what they're called, has a very specific purpose.
Right. We have what we call quarter turns, and all the athletes line up together that are in your category.
And would this be some of the different poses that you do?
No, that's just me
flexing.
That's
just her showing off her muscles.
That's me before. That's me through. The smaller one is me about 3 years ago, and then I was about 119, and I started going to the gym, hitting it really hard, and obviously I was about 145, so I gained that much lean muscle mass. Those are from a photographer, one of my really good friends, David Banks.
My goodness. So you gained, was that about 20 pounds of muscle?
Right. And then, a lot of hard work,
Yes.
a lot of eating the right foods to maintain that muscle mass.
How often or how long each day do you spend at the gym?
Before contest dieting, I would spend about an hour and a half at the gym.
Okay.
So not too bad.
That's pretty average.
Now that contest training's in, you have to add the cardio. So I'll do an hour of cardio in the morning, and then I'll work out, and then I'll do an hour cardio at night. So quite a bit.
Full-time job. All right, we're going to check in a bit more with you in a few more minutes, find out exactly what she's doing leading up to that big competition on Saturday. First, we're going to hand it over to Kelly. Welcome back to Good Day, everyone. I know I've gotten my inspiration for the day to go hit the gym after work this morning, but Emily Ingrahm, you are on your way to hopefully become Albany's first female professional bodybuilder. Big competition coming up this Saturday. I know you're excited.
I am.
But kind of what does it take in those days leading up, kind of the final push? Are you spending a couple extra hours at the gym, or what exactly are you doing?
Well, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, besides working out and, eating. You have to eat about 5-6 times a day. So you're eating every 2 hours, basically, to speed up your metabolism.
And that's not just those, we're all supposed to eat 5 times a day, a couple little snacks to keep the metabolism up. You're just eating almost full meals.
Correct.
Whew.
It's a lot of food. But when you have a lot of muscle mass, it takes a lot of food to maintain that. So you don't want to lose that. You want to burn off the fat and maintain as much muscle as you can. But, there's cardio that has to go into it. Besides that, you have to practice your posing, and I have to make up a posing routine.
Okay.
So a lot of practice has to go into that, because you can look as good, but if you can look great, but once you get on stage, if you can't pose, then you might as well get off the stage.
And it's not one of those things you just go up and be the Arnold Schwarzenegger and do kind of some of these. There is a very specific pose that you need to do and everything.
We have the mandatory poses where we do quarter turns, where we face the front and the side, the back, and then the side again. And then we have 7 mandatory poses where, and that's really the hardest part, because first of all, you're water depleted and you're exhausted from the diet and the training, and you're on stage, and greased up in your bikini, and you have to hold these poses for, anywhere 10 to 30 seconds per pose, so they have enough time to compare you to the next competitor,
And flexing muscles, that's a workout in itself.
It's really complicated. It's really hard. It's really hard. And not to shake and make it look like it's easy.
I can do this. No big deal.
All day.
Again, trying to become Albany's first female professional bodybuilder. Kind of what do you get out of this? Is it bragging rights or?
Well, you also get to compete in the professional bodybuilding competitions. They have prizes, they have endorsements, they have magazines and things just that come along with hopefully we'll make it to that. So.
Well, break a leg, good luck. I
Thank
don't know
you.
exactly what the lingo is in the bodybuilding
Break someone
world.
else's leg.
Right,
I
there
don't
you go. But I'm sure he'll be checking in, and again, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Kellyanne, over to you.